Hi, I am HW. In the previous lecture, I talked about the if statement. In if statement, for if statement, if some condition is satisfied, then we execute the code block of the if statement. This time, I will talk about while statement, which is also called while loop. When a condition is satisfied, we will repeatedly execute the code block. That is, loop through the code block until the condition is not satisfied. If you are interested in my video, you can subscribe my YouTube channel HWDNG. Let's start. We first see this question: how to compute the sum or average of a sequence of numbers. For example, how to compute the sum the integrals from 1 to 10. We can type code like this: 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 6 plus 7 plus 8 plus 9 plus 10. Then the result, the sum is 55. But if there are many many numbers, for example, we want to compute the sum between of integrals between 1 and 100. We cannot type 100 numbers like this. So this is why we should use the while statement, also called a while loop. With while loop, we will execute a set of statements or code block as long as a condition is true. If we want to compute the sum of integrals between 1 and 100, we can do like the following. We define a variable sum equal to 0 and I equal to 1. Then we use while statement, also while loop, and a condition expression. This condition expression is I less than 100, less than or equal to 100. If this expression is true, then we will loop through, repeatedly execute the code block. The code block is we add the I to the sum. This sentence equal to sum equal to sum add I. First, I equal to 1. When I equal to 1 plus to the sum, then we should add the I, increase I by 1, then I will be 2. Then we loop through the while loop until I will eventually larger than 100. If I equal to 101, this expression, this condition is false. So we will not execute the code block, and the whole while loop will terminate. Then we will go to the next statement. In the next statement, we can print the sum. Okay, the sum is this 5050. We can also compute the sum of integrals between two input integers, the two input integers can get from the user. We just modify the code a little. We define the two integer get from the user m and n. Input integer. We use int to convert the string get from the user to int value. We then get another another integer n. And now I is equal to m. Suppose m is always less than n. When I first initialized to m, and I will plus 1 when we loop through the while code block. When I greater than n, then the condition is false, and the while loop is finished. So the first number n is 2, and the second is like it's above. So this can get two integer from the user keyboard, and then we sum all the integer between them. I can undo, delete, undo. Suppose we have number of edges. We want to compute the every edge. How to compute? For example, edges equal to this edge in the list. We want to compute the edge. If we use a compute edge like this, edges 1, like this, there will it will be tedious. It will be tedious. We must number it. And easier to make wrong, and easier to result wrong. If we typed wrong index, then the whole average will be wrong. So how to compute the average of the edges? We can use the while loop. We just copy this code. Or we use I to represent the index. The index should be from 0, and I should this 8. Then the index I refer to the element of the list is this. We can add this to the sum. When I is equal to 8, then we go to the end, because the last element has index 7. So when I equal to 8, then we'll go over the edges. We divided the sum to the number, and we get the edges like this. We can use Python built-in function name to get the length of the edges. Then we can replace it to n. Then no matter how long the edges, the code will always work well. We can also use the if statement inside a while loop. For example, giving all earnings and debts record of a person or a business, we want to compute the total profit and total debt. How to do this? For example, if the profits equal if all the profits in a tuple, for example, these are the profits. If the profits is a positive integer, then it is a profit. Otherwise, it is a debt. We want to compute all the profit and the total profit and total debt. So we should two number to record these two values. Then we use index I equal to 0, and we use while I, and n is the length of the profits, profits, while I shall less n. Then we can get the element of the index I if larger than 0. Then we will add this value to profit. Else we add this element to the debt. I should add increase 1. Then we can print total profit and total debt is profit debt. There is some invalid the total profit and total debt is missing. The printer should out the while code block. The total profit and total debt is this. So we can use if statement inside a while statement, while loop. Of course, we can use while loop inside if statement. Okay, from now we can understand how the while loop works. We will talk another two keyword. One is break. Break is a keyword that is used to terminate the loop containing the break statement. When we inside the loop code block, if we meet the break statement, then the total while statement will terminate. For example, we can compute all the scores of students, and the scores is get from the user, from the keyboard. If we want to compute the average score of all students, we can do like this. While true means this condition is always satisfied, so the code blocks will always loop through, will not terminate. Input score and convert the score to a float. We can add the float to the all score, and the number increase when we use I to remember the number, how many scores inputted. Then we may compute the average score like this. But when we input something, it will not get to this statement because the while condition is already true. It will always loop through the while. So how we terminate the while loop? We can use this stop, or using this tool, because you see it is running. If you see this, it is running. Okay, it is stopped. We can do like this. If score less 0, then we use break statement. The keyword break is called break statement. When we meet this, when the score less than 0, then we will execute the break statement. Break statement will break out the while loop. That is terminates the while loop. Then we can go to the next statement, print. We can get here. So this time we give a negative score, then it terminate. So this is the average score of the 3 scores. This is a break. Break is used to terminate the loop, while loop. Next, we'll talk about another keyword, continue. Continue statement. Continue is also a keyword. Continue statement is used to skip the rest of the code inside a loop for the current iteration. When we meet the continue, then the rest of the statements in the code block, in the while code block, will not be executed, and the loop will go to the start to repeatedly execute the while loop. So continue will not terminate the while loop, but terminate the rest statements of the code. For example, if we want to compute the sum of all positive numbers in a list, suppose all the number in a tuple or list, such as this. They are positive number and negative number. If we want to compute all the positive number, the sum of all positive number, we can do like this. We will always loop because the condition is, we can using the length and I. Yeah. We just want to sum all the positive number. So we if a list I less than 0, then we will continue. If this condition is not satisfied, we will not meet the condition. We will execute the next statement. I increase 1. In this, we should increase I2, because if this is negative, I will, if not increase, then I will not the same, then it will loop forever. So I should increase 1 also. So if the number less 0, then we will execute this, and then this, when meet this, then the rest will be not executed. Then it will go to the next iteration. Then I will be increase 1 and go to next. Then execute the code block again. If this condition is not true, then the number is positive. Then we execute the two statements. Some. So the positive sum is this. We can use simple. We can use. These are simple. These are positive number. The positive number, the sum of them is 8. Finally, we will do a guess number game. This game asks the user to guess the number randomly chosen by the computer, and there is a max number of chances to guess. For example, when the program runs, the program first promotes the user. The number guess game started. Then it promotes the user to guess a number between 1 and 15. Then the user enter a number 10. It promotes the user. The guess number is too low. You should guess a higher number than 10. Then the user may guess a higher number, 13. Then the program also give a promote still slow. Then the user will enter a larger number, 14. Then the computer give another promoter. The guess was too high. The guess number will be repeatedly asked the user to give a guess number, and if the guess number equal to the number generated by the computer, then you are success. Congratulations, you won. Else, you lost. This is some. There may be some error. So we can program this game to generate a random number. We should import a package called random, and random package has a function randint, give two number, for example 1 and 15. Then random will generate a random number between 1 and 15. This is the number generated by computer, and the user will repeatedly guess the number. The number we can run again. The number is So the number is randomly generated. We enter the welcome information. Number guess game. Then we'll enter a loop. But there is a max number. So we search NCS. This is chances user can guessing the chances. Chances first equal to 0. If the chances less, for example 6, then you can repeat the guess. If the chances equal to 6, then the game is over. So when the chances less than 6, we should get a number from the user. Promote the user to enter number. Ask the user to guess a number between 1 and 15. Then we get a guess from the user. We can compare the guess with the number generated by a computer. If they are equal, then you are successful. We print congratulations. And break. If the guess is not equal to the number, we should ask the user to continue the loop. So the loop, the while loop will continue. Eventually, if the chance is large, equal to 6, forgot chances should increase when we get a guess from the user, then the chances equal 1. When the chance is equal to 6, the game is over. So if we break from the while loop, then we will get here. We can, if chances less 6, it means we are succeeded. If equal to 6, then we are failed. So if failed, we print the failed information. We lost. The number is number. Okay, we can run this program. Invalid. Windows. Is Oh, the yellow is here. Why? The yellow is this. Okay, we can use this number. Oh, I forgot to promote the user. So if this is the number, then we give some hint. Your guess is low. Yes. Is too low, is too high. We must stop because he's still loop. Stop. Or restart. Wait a while. Force the program to stop. Oh, okay. The program is stopped, so we run it again. 25. Too high, so we use too high. Too low. Too low. You win. So we win the game. The real number is 11. Okay, this is the number guessing game. I will let you an exercise. The exercise is to find the minimum of a sequence of numbers. For example, when the user input a sequence or tuple, like this, then it should output the middle number of the sequence. Okay, this is a while loop. We talk about while loop, and the break keyword used to break out the while loop. That is to terminate the loop. And continue will skip the rest of the code below the continue statement and go to the while start to execute the next iteration. And finally, we program the guess number game. Thank you for watching my video. If you are interested in my video, you can subscribe my YouTube channel HWDNG.